Welcome to the video of Introduction to Core Java Programming Language. In this video, I shall be covering Java language features and its component. I shall be releasing series of videos for Core Java Programming Language. Kindly subscribe to my channel to get all the videos and also press the bell icon. Java Introduction. Java is a programming language and it is also a platform. Java language is a high level, robust, secure and object oriented programming language. And we know C++ is also an object oriented programming language. So what is the difference between C++ and Java? Java is a pure object oriented programming language. Why it is called as a pure object oriented language? Because in Java, without a class, you cannot have a program. You cannot have a program without a class. But in C++, just with the main program, without a class, you can have a traditional program. You can write a traditional program without a class. But in Java, you cannot write a program without a class. That's why Java is actually called as a pure object oriented programming language. As I said, Java is a programming language and a platform. What is a platform? Platform is a combination of hardware and software, and in which the application is going to run. Java has its own runtime environment and API, and that is going to be called as a platform. As I told in the beginning, we have a runtime environment which is the combination of both hardware and software, and it runs on the client machine here. Okay, we'll know more about this runtime environment in the upcoming slides. Where Java is used? Java is used in many devices. Okay, so we can run our Java application in desktop, we can run as a web application, we can run as an enterprise application. As an example, if you have a media player, we can create a media player by using a Java language. We have a web application which is going to be IRCTC site, and we have an enterprise application like banking and mobile. Banking and mobile application also can be written using a Java application. So basically an Android application can be written by using Java, and we also have Kotlin in a mobile application and mobile Android application. So what are the types of Java applications we can have? We can have standalone application, we can have web based application. So the difference between standalone application and web based application is, standalone, we need to install the application in all the machines wherever we wanted to use it, but web based application we don't have to do that. We just have to create in server, and that can be accessed in different other devices. We also have something called as enterprise applications. These enterprise applications are nothing but it's a large application where an example of banking application, it has a lot of advantages like security and load balancing. Usually EJBs are used in such languages. And we also have a different type of Java application, which is mobile applications, where we have lot of apps which is installed in the mobile and it can be run on the mobile application also. Let us talk about Java platforms and editions. We have J2SE, which is Java Standard Edition. We also have Java Enterprise Edition. We have Java ME, which is going to be Java Micro Edition, and Java FX, which is going to be an enterprise application. It is a lightweight user interface API. There are a lot of features of Java, which is, one is simple, It's going to be a simple uh, it's going to be simple programming, and it is object oriented programming. It's a portable, platform independent, and secured, robust, architectural neutral, multi-threading, and distributed. These are all the many features of Java language, and we will be seeing about all these features in the upcoming slides. So what do you mean by simple? See, Java is a simple language where the C++ syntax can be followed here. So the people who already worked on C++, it is very easy to learn Java because the programming syntax will be almost similar. It's an object oriented programming language, and it is also called as a pure object oriented programming language. So it has an advantage of OOP, which is inherited in Java. Okay. And portable. Portable is nothing but we have different types of machines like Windows machines, we have Mac machines and Linux machines, which can be we can write a program once in Java and it can be run on different machines like Windows, and we can run it on Linux, or we can run it on MacBook also. Okay, portability is, we have something called as bytecode. We'll know about this one in the upcoming slides. So that bytecode is going to help us to do the portability. It is platform independent, as we have runtime environment specific to different types of machines. So it is a platform independent language. So as an example, if you just look at the flow here, we write a Java code which has an extension of .java, and we compile the Java code by using Java C compiler, and after compilation this is going to generate a dot class file which is going to be called as a bytecode, and this bytecode can be executed by a JVM which runs on Windows, Linux and Mac. There will be a separate JVM for all the different types of machines, and the same bytecode can be written or it can be run on different machines here. That's why Java, we say that Java language you can write once and execute many places, which is Windows, Linux and Mac. The other features are, it is secured. Java is a secured language because it doesn't have an explicit pointer, and Java program runs inside the JVM. We'll come about this JVM little later. JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine. It is a robust language because it has a strong memory management. Since there are no pointers, memory is secured. It has an automatic garbage collection, and it also has exceptional handling features. It is architectural neutral. Java is an architectural neutral because once you declare an integer type of data, which can run both in 32-bit and 62-bit architecture. So it is an architectural neutral. Multi-threading, we have a single program we can run in different threads, and parallelly you can have different parts of the program running in different threads in parallel at a time. You can run it, and it is a distributed application. Java language has some supporting features like EJBs, where you can run distributed applications also. As you know here, Windows is an executable file. Windows, you have an executable file which can execute in Windows. Binary, .bin and .elf files and Linux, and .dmg in MacBook. Now we are going to learn about JVM, JRE and JDK. What are these? These are all nothing but they are the components of Java language. okay, Java compiler and all these things. It is going to have the components interrelated. Okay, so let us look at this one. JRE is actually a combination of JVM and the set of libraries and other files. Let us look at JVM here. This is a Java virtual machine. This provides runtime environment. This executes Java bytecode. JVM is available in many hardware and software. JVM, JRE and JDK are platform independent. JVM platforms has the following task. It loads the code, verifies the code, executes the code and provides runtime environment. JRE is nothing but Java runtime environment, which is a combination of Java virtual machine and set of libraries and other JVM uses. JDK is the combination of JRE and Java development tools. As we know that JRE is JVM and a set of libraries and other files, and some development tools also has been added here. So combined together is going to be a JDK, which is going to be Java development kit. JVM internals. Java virtual machine is a software implementation on the machine which executes the programming like physical machine. It acts as a physical machine and then it executes the programs. Basically, it loads the code, verifies the code, executes the code and provide a runtime environment. If you look at the Java internals, we have something called as class loaders, and we have memory area, we have execution engine and the libraries. So we have class loader, memory area and execution engine. Class loader, it is basically a subsystem of JVM. It is used to load the class files. So all the classes whatever we create in Java file will be loaded here in the class loader. Memory area, which has a class area here, it stores the methods of the classes. All the methods, all the functions what we write in the Java class will be loaded here. Heap area is where we have runtime objects which is going to be stored. Next is stack area. The stack area, all the local variables what we declare in the Java will be loaded in the local variable. PC register is basically a program counter, and native methods will have all the native methods of the application. And execution engine, it has a virtual processor, interpreter and the same time just in compiler. These are all the three things which execution engine will have. Object oriented programming. All the programs which we write in in Java programming language is a object oriented programming, because it will have minimum one class returned in the Java program. All the program consists of data and procedure which is combined together. A program can be conceptualized into two ways. One is programming, procedure oriented programming and object oriented programming. And since Java is going to be an object oriented programming, the concentration will be more on the data. Why more on the data? Data protection, and it is going to be encapsulated in a particular class, and it has been secured from the other outside world. So the basic principles of object oriented programming language is abstraction and encapsulation. We will know about abstraction and encapsulation in the coming slides. Inheritance, polymorphism and dynamic binding. Encapsulation and abstraction. Encapsulation is nothing but it is combining data and methods. These methods acts on the data. Okay, this is called as encapsulation here. So both the data and the methods which is going to act on the data is going to be combined to form a single unit, which is going to be called as an encapsulation. Data is encapsulated within the unit, and this has been hidden from the other outside world. So that's why it is called as an abstraction. Inheritance, this is the process by which one object acquires the properties of another object. So we'll write programs by for inheritance, encapsulation, and all these things. Polymorphism, poly means many, and shapes means morphism means shapes. So it is basically many shapes. Polymorphism is called as many shapes here. So it could be a method which can take many implementations. Same method, like for example, I have a method called as ABC, and that ABC is going to take different shapes here. How do you differentiate the shapes here? By passing different parameters here. It can take integer value, it can take one ABC can take integer, one ABC can take float, one ABC can take integer and float combined together, etc. When you are calling a procedure, it is basically called as a binding. Dynamic binding is nothing but linking a procedure at the time of execution. Okay, we have something called as dynamic binding concept in Java programming language, which we will be discussing with the help of a program. So these are all the basic principles of object oriented programming which is there in Java. How do you write a Java program? For writing a Java program, we need the following. One is we need the editor. Okay, other one is we have we should have a Java environment, which is nothing but JDK and JRE. All the parts has to be required. We have something called as Java C. Java C is going to compile the Java program, and we have something called as Java, which is going to execute the program. So we can see a small program now by writing a program, first program.java. Okay, so basically you will not understand why I am writing this program like this. In the future classes, I'll tell about how to write a program, and how do you define the class, how do you define the methods within the class, and how do you call that. And all the concepts whatever we have seen in the object oriented programming, we will take an example and explain with an example. Okay, so let me go to a program now. Okay, let me write a program here. I shall use an editor called as edit. I shall use a editor called as notepad, and let me write a program called as first or code. Okay, let me use a editor called as notepad. Hello window.java. So I am opening an editor here. So here I am going to write a program. As I said, any Java program will have a class. Okay, so let me write a class here, public void, sorry, public class hello windows, hello windows. This is a class, and within this particular class I am writing a function called as public static void main program, and this main program will have string array args, and this main program I am going to write a statement system dot out dot println, and within this I will say hello world. Okay, so here I have written a class here, and this is going to be a public class, and a main program main function I have written here within this particular class, and it is taking one argument called a string array args, and this is not going to return any value, so it is going to be void. I have declared a static and public here. This function, that is main function, is going to be a static, and it is also going to be a public function. It doesn't return any value here. Main is going to be the name of the function, and string array args is going to be an argument. Within that I have one statement called as system.out.println hello world. This is going to print hello world on the screen. So this is actually a class declaration. Okay, and this particular class declaration has the name. So public class hello world, hello windows, sorry, hello window. This name and the name of the file which I have opened here should be same. If it is same, then only this particular class will be executed here. Okay, so let me save this one and let me compile the application. See, here I have a Java file. It's a .java file. So what I am going to do is I am going to compile this one. How to compile this Java file? I have Java C followed by the name of the file with .java. Okay, so when I am compiling, I should give the name of the file at the same time with an extension .java. So what is happening here? It has compiled now. Okay, let me display all the things what is available here. Now you can see that there is a file called as hello window.class and hello window.java. We have written a file called as hello window.java where we have written a program which is going to display the value hello world on the screen. Now when I compile this application, it has created a class file, that is .class file, and this .class file we have to use our runtime environment to run this. So this .class file can be taken to any system like Mac system or Linux system, or it can be run on the Windows system also. So now I am going to run the application Java followed by hello world, hello windows. Now it says hello world on the screen, which is nothing but what it is executing this code. So now if you just look at this one, notepad hello window, see here, the main thing what we have to consider here is hello window. This should be the same as the name of this particular .java file, and this hello world should be public class, and within this you should have a public static void main. Okay, and it should be in the same format. Always JVM will look for public static void main string array and args, and within this I have said hello world here, and this hello world is going to get printed here in this case. So now if you look at the slides, what I have done is I have written a program. Using an editor I have written a program. I used Java environment to compile and run it. As I said, Java C is going to be a Java C is going to compile the Java application, and Java is going to run the application here. So Java first program.java, it will compile this and it will create a dot class file. We have seen that how it is creating this one. It has created that. So it has created the dot class file. Similarly, if I want to run the application, what I did, I just used Java C for compilation and Java for running the application. So I have used Java for running the application. This will execute this Java compiler code. Okay, this is what is explained here. .java file is the file which we write, and using a .java C we are going to compile the application. Using the dot class file we run this application by using Java. Okay, so this is what we have done practically. We can also use NetBeans, which is been very simple one, which we can use it for running a Java application. This is also throughout our application, throughout our videos, I'll be using NetBeans for writing the program and executing the program. Okay, so because since I am using this NetBeans because it is very easy to understand, to write the program, at the same time to run the application and see the output here. Okay, so let me introduce NetBeans now. Go to NetBeans. You can download it from your application. Already I have written a program here. Let me not use this one. Just go to File, New Project, and Java Application. Select Next, and here you can write a new program. It is going to be second program. I'm just giving the name as second program here. Already I have something called as first program here, and let me finish this. You can see there is a program which is already executed here, and there is a basic program which is already given to us. We just have to write within the main hello world. So you can see that it is automatically getting printed here, and it is automatically the semicolon is given here. Main program has already come here, and you can see there is a class which is already declared second program, and this second program and this name of the class is going to be same here. Okay, now if you want to run the application, you can just run this application here. Now you can see when I am running the application, you see hello world here. So with the build success here. So once you open a file, open a project and give the name here, the name of that particular class will automatically be created here, and the public main function will also be available to you. You have to just start typing this one. This is the advantage of this NetBeans here, which will automatically give you the basic structure of the programming here. So that's why I'm using this Apache NetBeans. Okay, you can download this Apache NetBeans from the net. It is freely available here. Let me go to the slide and continue from the slide. So this is what I have given here, new project. With the new project you write the program and you can compile the program. Okay. Now we come to the end of this particular video. I have some review questions which will allow you to review whatever you have learned in this particular video. What is a platform? How the Java platform is different from other languages? How Java is secured code? And explain JVM and its component. What do you mean by multithreading? What is bytecode? Explain OOP concepts and JVM, JRA and JDK. Thank you. Let me see you in the next video with the additional topics. Thank you. Bye.